Hello everyone, Blue Sky Cyber here once again after just a few minutes of reviewing My Hero Academia. I'm now reviewing One Piece because the chapter is going to be this morning and it's very late here, so I'd figure try and do this before the next chapter comes out and all that stuff. Anyway, chapter 1012 of One Piece. We get a cover page of Estes Kid making a bird while he doesn't notice a bird's nest being formed on the top of his head. Oh, how creative. Anyway, the chapter begins with the 9 scabbards where I think Izo is asking about his brother's arm, Kiku's arm, and he goes like, well, I suppose sister. I mean, I think she's a transgender character. Sorry. Let's see. Let's see. But anyway, she says that this is that the cut on her arm is nothing but nothing like an itch. And let's see. The only thing that was more worse was the one where her brother ended up leaving, and we've seen her crying on that stuff. After a little banter of teasing each other. Let's see. Kappa ends up. Kawamatsu ends up asking Izo what this country will be like, what he hopes the country will be like once Wano opens his borders. And he says, let's talk about that more when we're still alive tomorrow and all that stuff. Anyway, Kimimon decides that it's an all-out melee, we win or die, and he's going to go protect Lord Momonosuke on his own, while the rest of them scatter and join the fight. With the other scabbards agreeing, and Kiku asks for the request of vanquishing Kanjuro for good this time, since she failed to stop him from the previous encounter. Failed to kill her from the previous encounter. Anyway, Cat Viper ends up meeting, Shulin and Barty, the little monkey from that sort of like the lookout for the mink tribe. Anyway. He ends up Kawamatsu and Izo ends up heading off while the others go for their previous targets. The scab is starting to scabbard, while Kiku and Kimimon are heading to Momonosuke and Kanjuro. Anyway, during this, Cat Viper finally learns that Pedro has died, and she'll explain what happened with Big Mom's territory and that he had sacrificed his life to save Luffy's crew and all that stuff. And Barrett, the Minx Recon squad member, ends up revealing to Pedro that that the one who killed Pedro is on this island. Character Wonder were fighting, Pespero, but the Angle got the best of them and they've been beaten and that stuff. So they're heading off. So he went to warn Commander Shulin. Cat Viper comments about how Pedro died a noble death, and he has the opportunity to avenge his comrades. So we're getting a Cat Viper versus Pespero fight, it seems. And he's head up flying, well, jumping really, but yeah. Anyway. Yamato ends up creating Shinkatsu Yamato and Momonosuke as So Yamato is volunteering to be a decoy, creating a little doll thing about and using that as like the decoy for like thinking that Momonosuke is still with her, even though it's very clearly obvious it's not going to be him. Though I think Momonosuke just noticed that you're clearly just itching to join the fight. With Shinobu saying it's fine since it's fine for her to do so, him to do so, since sorry, she's also a transgender character. Since Yamato to go, since she herself will protect the master, since she will protect Momonosuke while King makes his way towards them, since he's contacted them. As Yamato leaves, she's asking where Luffy is right now, and Momonosuke says there's only 2 voices right now, so it's a one-on-one fight between Luffy and Kaido. So now, so it seems like Yamato is probably going to try and join Luffy to make it 2-on-1. I'm not sure if he or she will, but we'll see. Anyway, Momonosuke starts reading the Odin's Travels book. Anyway, we move to Sanji as he's taking on, let's see, Kaido's the Beast Pirates and stuff. And he seems to be carrying Zoro in a sort of like bandage cross kind of thing. I know it looks pretty badass, this panel, but yeah. And as the pirates are trying to say they've hit the jackpot with these two pirates of Luffy's crew, since they are part of the monster trio and among the Luffy's top three crewmates in terms of strength. But anyway, Sanji's still complaining the fact he has to carry Zoro, calling him Mosshead as usual. Anyway, we go back we get a little flashback of going back a few minutes earlier. Law and, let's see, Law, Zoro, and Zeus transport to Sanji. Let's see, and he ends up catching them. With Sanji ends up asking Zeus what happened to Nami, and then you see Zeus running off, which before he can answer that question, which he's clearly scared because he realized that he betrayed Nami, so Sanji would probably kill him if given the opportunity, which explains probably more how Zeus is getting closer to Nami at least. Anyway, Sanji quickly I like how he's complaining about. I both like and cringe at the fact that Sanji's complaining about why he hasn't got any chicks why he isn't carrying chicks instead of just like Law and Zoro. Anyway, Law ends up, let's see, leaving Sanji and Zoro in Sanji's care, explaining that he's got 20 or 30 broken bones. Gives him telling him to give him splints and keep his face up and bandage him while he's unconscious, and make sure he doesn't go unconscious, and breathe, and make sure he's still breathing. Let's see, as Law is heading to the commotion is trying to head to the commotion where Big Mom is, implying that he's going to join Kid in his fight against Big Mom, with Sanji complaining about how he's not a doctor. So anyway, he sort of seems a messy bandage job, asking how come. Let's see how they get in this mess as he was fighting Big Mom and Kaido. Anyway, Zoro informs Sanji that Luffy's now fighting Kaido one-on-one, and he seems like he's figured something out, and that he's going to win. And Sanji says, I already knew that. I just love the confidence that Sanji has for Luffy. Let's see. Anyway, Sanji's just wondering how he should get rid of Zoro, but anyway. Let's see, Karamatsu and Izu, or let's see, I think it's Karamatsu. Yeah, let me just, I'm just going to double check. 9 red scabbards. Let's see. Yep. Yep. Kawamatsu, yep, you got that right. So I just wanted to double check that. It's been a while since I've said these One Piece characters' names. Anyway, Sanji encounters Kawamatsu and Izu, telling them he was just about to go and help Gritzy. He was going to help Gritzy Momonosuke, but Kawamatsu informing him that Kimo's already going to take care of it. And Zoro then comments like, if you want to help, go to the performance floor. Let's see, and then forces sleep. And Sanji says, don't give orders while sleeping. And they head off to the performance floor. And then Big Mom we go back to Big Mom as she's taken down page 1, asking if it was him that burned down Okabu Town. With the Beast Pirate shocked what Big Mom's done, and let's see, Ulti so mad that she's going to now attack Big Mom. Let's see, how dare you hurt her Pepe. Let's see, with Usopp commenting that we can have Big Mom take her out. And now he's saying that she's like a goddess or something. But let's see, Nami goes to her saying, and to Olin, and saying how, let's see, lying the fact that she's the one who did the thing that made Big Mom angry and all that sort of sad. Though she has no idea what it is, due to the fact I don't know. Granted, she should have probably listened to what Tamago was saying the previous chapter. I mean, you were there. However, Big Mom says, turns the Straw Hats to pipe down, and then the next, after she's done with her, much to the dismay of Usopp and Nami, they're scared. Nami tries to quickly summon his heel turn and say, "Hey, Ulti, let's team up against Big Mom and get together." And she's like, and she also tells them to pipe down. After Big Mom, they'll be next. And this is like, let's see, it's I think Usopp and Nami have just realized that in a no-win situation, they'll have to deal with one strong one strong female enemy either way. Either a Yonko or one of the Flying Six. Either way, it's not good for them. But anyway, it's the Usopp continues to tell Korematsu to run as far as he can. You know, that giant lion dog thing. However, Uti does a sort of like, I suppose, a Bellamy-like spring jump thing, telling that she's not allowing them to get away, and she ends up taking out the dog thing, Korematsu with her headbutt. Let's see. She'll be making a bit comments of how how she's tired of them running away and how much they've slipped away from her. And she can't. Anyway, and she's just about to put them out of their misery. However, Tama is begging her to not harm her friend. However, Utia then slaps Tamago, which shocks Nami, and Big Mom, who looks furious. As Usopp tells Nami to take Tama and run, we gotta go. Big Mom angry that she just hurt her little friend. And Uti doesn't care for the fact that Big Mom just smashed her little brother. But before she can complete that sentence, Nami strikes Uti with a thunderbolt, saying, "Who said you could hit Tama?" And Usopp's asking Nami what she's doing. We need to saying they need to get out of here, but Nami says she don't think she can, given how Uti just hit the child. And she's going to stay here and cross Uti, and the chapter ends as she makes that declaration. Okay, first off, I like how more of this. Okay, even though I think most people were expecting most of the scabbards to die at this point, or at least I think some of them were hoping they were dying, but I guess this isn't like another five Kages versus Madara, where none of them die and all that stuff. But I suppose, unlike that, granted, Gar did do a little bit, Ritzy, and I guess even Tsunade and the Kages did some stuff off screen, but Ritzy, it seems the samurai are taking more active parts in the battle, and they're planning on what they should do, and I kind of like that. I do like that Ritzy, Izo, and Kiku have a brief talk about the arm injury and the fact that how he left all those years ago. All that stuff. With even Kawamatsu asking Izo how Wano will be like if it opens its borders, which I think makes a bit of sense since Iso's been in the outside world, so he knows what it's like and all that stuff. So yeah, because we do know at the end of this arc that Wano will have its borders open, though to what extent I do not know. But who knows? Given the fact that the world government's still an enemy and all that stuff. I do like how Kimimon is deciding to protect Momosuke, given the fact that he's the leader of the Scabbards and his loyalty to Odin and all that stuff. While he allows the other Scabbards to join the fight. I like how Kikuku wants to Ritzy go off to be the one to finish Kanjuro, since she's the one that supposedly supposed to kill him, but he survived. So yeah, they've got unfinished business. So we're getting that fight after all, it seems, in the end. So yeah, for those that were kind of like a bit upset that we got an off-screen death, we're now actually going to see the actual proper fight. I like the fact that I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that, well, I do like the fact that Cat Viper's finally learned of Pedro's death. I am a bit disappointed in the fact that it's not going to be Carrot and Wanda that takes Britzy Pespero down. Instead, it seems like it's going to be Cat Viper, as he's now the one that's going to target him for killing Pedro and avenging his, I suppose you could say, right-hand man, I guess, for the Guardians. But I suppose it does, on a strength level, make sense, since Pespero is Big Mom's firstborn son, and he's probably at least near Yonko Commander level, or maybe he is. I mean, he technically had a higher bounty than Snack, and he was a Yonko Commander, so or was one, but yeah. So yeah, so this would be a pretty strong opponent for, let's see, for him to fight at least. But yeah, not to mention they both lost an arm, so yeah, that'll be interesting. Two, let's see, one-armed men fighting each other. So that'll be a little funny there. So yeah, there's that. I do like that Yamato. I do find it funny how Yamato just really wants to go and join the battle, and Momonosuke noticed due to the fake doll thing, and it seems like she is going to join Luffy. I'm probably sounding very politically incorrect right now. I apologize to anyone that feels like I'm not using the proper terms. Let's see. So yeah, I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure if Yamato is going to be joining Luffy fully for this fight, or at least going to take some part in it. But yeah. So yeah, I do like at least that Yamato's getting involved again. I do find it interesting that Momonosuke is reading Oden's travels. I'm wondering if this means that he's going to stay in Wano, or if this book is going to convince him to go out and explore the journey like his father did, possibly become the cabin boy for the Straw Hats, the apprentice kind of character. I'm not quite sure yet. I mean, let's see, Momonosuke has been such a huge character during the time skip and all that stuff. I do like how Sanji ends up carrying Zoro in the sort of like cross thing and all that stuff. I think it's kind of funny about how annoyed Sanji is due to this. Let's see, but yeah. But yeah, and so I find it interesting that Law is going to join Kid in assisting Big Mom, which is going to be interesting since let's see, the last two chapters, I think it was implied that Kid was going to be facing Big Mom one-on-one. Though granted, I thought it was going to be joined with Killer first, but then Killer went on to fight Hawks. Let's see, Hawkins. And it seems like Law is going to join. It seems like Law is now going to be his partner in teaming up against Big Mom, which is very interesting, at least. But hey, I suppose it makes sense. You've got Luffy taking on Kaido, the strongest of the two Yonko, or at least the Yonko with the highest bounty here, while Law and Killer team up to take on the strongest. Let's see, the other one. Let's see, I suppose the second highest bounty, Yonko, currently active right now. But yeah, the strongest woman pirate. Luffy taking on the strongest man, and Kid and let's see, Law taking on the strongest woman and all that stuff. But yeah, I suppose it does kind of make. Granted, Law doesn't really have any personal beef with Big Mom, but he's one of the few people that's been able to wound her from the looks of things. So yeah, I think Law will probably, Kid will probably benefit from Law's assistance and all that stuff. So 2-on-1 there, and currently 1-on-1 with Luffy and Kaido, though it might be 2-on-1 if Yamato joins. So there's that. Let's see. I think it's going to be funny next time Sanji and Zeus meet when he learns that he betrayed Nami, even if briefly, even if he does go back to her and stuff. But yeah, I do like how, let's see, Sanji reunite with Matsu and Izo, and they're informed that Kimimo's going to do what Sanji was originally planning to do in protecting Momonosuke. And Zoro suggests that they go to the performance floor, which means that these three are going to be joining the battlefield where Marco, Chopper are against, Queen and King. So yeah, so it looks like they're going to be assisted. So it looks like there's going to be a few more assists in that fight. So from what I can get, so what I'm predicting at least, it seems Zoro is going to be properly treated by Chopper, given his current injuries, while Sanji, Kawamatsu, and Izo assist Marco in taking on King and Queen. So it looks like we're actually going to get that Sanji versus Queen match, since some have probably been theorizing that since Queen commented about how Sanji is Fisukamoki's judge's son and all that. So there's that. Though it seems like Kawamatsu and Izo are going to assist somehow. I'm not sure what's going to happen with what, but I have a feeling that Izo is going to back up Marco against King, and Kawamatsu is probably going to back up Sanji with Queen, since, well, Queen was in charge of the prison that Kawamatsu was in, so it's probably going to be that kind of fight. Which I think some people probably might be a little disappointed with the 2-on-1 situations, but given how there's so many characters here, I think I do like the fact that we're getting some teamwork fights and all that stuff. So yeah, you gotta, let's see, plan it out as best you can, really. And also it gives credence to the terms of the villain's strengths and all that. But anyway, the final bit is, let's see, the three-way confrontation between Big Mom, Ulti, and Nami and Usopp. I do like how, Uta is, furious with Big Mom, and we finally got it seems a little confirmation that, page 1 is her little brother, is Utia's little brother and all that stuff. So we finally get confirmed that these two are related. I do like how Nami with no shame tries to get Big Mom and Ulti to fight each other, but they're like, after we're done with her, with her, you're next. And the Usopp and Nami's like, I don't want to fight them. So they try to escape, but Ulti prevents that from happening, and then Ulti ends up slapping Tama, which is, ooh man, it's like to really show that Uti is a bad person, who's probably, from what I can tell, seems to be one of the fandom's new favorites, one of the fandom's favorites when it comes to the Topiropa members. That might put them, depending on that might put them off with the child abuse she's doing better, or maybe not. But I guess it shows that how much of a villain she is. However, not only does this anger Big Mom, but it also angers Nami enough to continue fighting against Ulti, which I'm happy for, because I was a little disappointed last time when, Big Mom took out page 1, given the fact I was hoping that Usopp would find a way to beat him. Granted, I guess page 1 could get up and stop being unconscious, I guess. And then go after Usopp again while weakened and all that. No, very weakened, which allows Usopp to win, I guess. But who knows? But I just like how angry Nami looks, and it's like she can't forgive Ulti for harming Tama, so she's gonna fight him. So it seems to be a freeway brawl between Nami, Big Mom, and Ulti at the moment, at least until Kid and Law arrive and deal with Big Mom, from what I can tell. And I assume that Zeus is going to assist Nami when he realizes that Big Mom has replaced him with this new Hera homie, Cloud homie, and all that stuff. Overall, I'll give this chapter a 9 out of 10. Good setup for a Nami versus Ulti fight. More building up to other fights such as Viper versus Pespero, Sanji versus Queen, etc., and Yamato joining Luffy, and Law going to assist Kid against Big Mom. So yeah, I look forward to the next chapter, which I think is coming out well, technically the earlier scanlation's coming out today, really, later in the morning. I probably need to head off to bed now. While, let's see, the official translation will be on the weekend, which I hope to try and do the review then. Either way, I'm Blue Star Saber, signing off.